Yoshiteru! Yokoso YouTube and welcome to another battle of Shogun 2! Today, on the crossroads against Night Hunter from the Hawks clan. This was a kind of weird battle. I played a couple of battles earlier in that day that I played that battles, and I got my ass handed to me by better armies and by wrong choices in the battles. And we all know that I'm already I'm not good at this game, so why show you myself getting rickrolled without a lesson of the day? But today, in this specific battle, where my opponent was, I think he was a second prestige, like the silver kind, and he was also level 9, so I was like a level 9 bronze and he was level 9 prestige, so it was all good. And for some reason my veteran units aren't like fully upgraded yet, and I really need to look at that. You know, I don't use a lot of veterans a lot, but like I don't use them in a sense that allows me to get more experience on them, and even if I do, I always end up like, you know, just using standard units. Anyway, that didn't make much sense. Today on the crossroads, I am in the green banners as always, and my opponent in the black banner. I'm gonna just go ahead and pause real quick. He has 3 units of bow cav, heavily upgraded. So this person is probably using a tactic that has been working out for him. There's his general's bodyguard, and it is indeed what appears, I think it could be a melee general. I could be wrong. No, it's a bow general, so he's definitely bowing it up. Let's take a look at my army. Today I'm trying not something I try a lot. I'm trying to sort of play a very spread out formation. I usually like to keep my formation nice and concise, but you can see here on the right I've got 3 units of Naginata warrior monk cav fronted by a Yari cav, nothing special. And you can see that I'm already moving them on the right here. I've got 1 more Naginata warrior monk cav heading in the trees. On the left here, a nice contingent of Naginata samurai. I don't use these a lot, but I've got 4 of them supported by a Naginata warrior monk veteran unit to get that essential war cry. Here I've got 2 Yari Eshigaru and 3 of my Kaji no Seikan, and these guys are my strongest infantry pretty much. Not fantastic stats, but still at a nice price. Here's my Matsudan Rochi, which is another Naginata warrior monks, and there's my general, and you can see that my opponent does a lot of damage with his waves of bow attacks. And there's only one thing to do against an opponent like this, and it is press them. You cannot stay idle. I don't have any skirmishing contingent whatsoever, and I actually picked retainers that picked, I think, Fugu Cook, and basically I did things that really, I felt that my opponent was going to ninja spam, so I was afraid. So this is when I'm going to start to scare my opponent, and you can see here, this is not a ninja, this is actually a Wako Raider, and again, 9 experienced chevrons. Now, I don't know anything about Wako Raiders, I don't know anything about their stats, but look at those stats. Those are quite amazing stats for this unit. High defense, they've got Kisho training, can hide in woods, can hide in long grass from anywhere, and resistance to morale shocks. I figured a direct attack from a Yari Cav unit will be able to hit them. And you can see my opponent here using his flaming missiles, but I dodged that quite well, was able to hit them, and now I'm going to strike at his Wako Raiders, and you can see that he actually activates Rally, which is quite smart. He wants to see his Wako Raider kill my units faster. I'm going to pull my Yari Cav back, hit them with the Naginata warrior monk cav, and these guys are holding out really well. You can see that they've got about 30 kills now. My opponent's still continuing to press me with his cavalry, and I'm going to move towards the trees here, take a stop, and then turn around. I need to go get rid of that Wako Raider. I need as much cav as I possibly could get. My Yari cav is getting shredded. This Wako Raider now has 50 kills. It's definitely doing them both of my combined units, so that is definitely a surprise for me. Level 9 Wako Raider, just giving it to my guys, so that's kind of cool. You can see here that I've stationed my men. And at this stage, my opponent's troops have to be in these trees somewhere. They have to be in either that big block, but I don't think so. They're probably stationed here, so I'm going to start, you can see on the minimap, I'm going to start moving around my opponent. I am the red dots, and here goes what I think. I'm guessing that he has all his units hidden here, and I want them to be here, and you can see that I'm moving my main contingent on the right side of the trees, moving my cav in, and you can see the Wako Raider. In the replay, the Wako Raider actually died, so you know how the replay always corrupts. So this unit didn't exist, and you can see here, I see my opponent's units, and again, replay corrupted. I didn't let my guys get caught. I pulled out of there instantly in the real battle. So I'm going to push my Naginata units forward, and I'm also going to put my push my main forces forward. I'm going to try and catch his general here in the charge, and again I'm going to, oh look, it didn't corrupt, so I'm going to pull out. But yeah, here I definitely had more units. I didn't get caught by him, and you can see he's going to launch into my Naginata warrior, Naginata samurai with his katana samurai here, and I'm going to now begin launching my offensive on the right side as well. You can see all the action is really happening in the forest here. His units have German names, which is kind of funny. So you can see now that now my Naginata warrior monks are going to get stuck in there. My katana samurai are going to get stuck in there, and his forces are going to start to slowly hate what they're doing. They're slowly going to start, their morale is going to start wavering, and you can see here that my Naginata samurai are actually doing a great job against these katana samurai. You can see here they are handing it to them quite nicely, and there goes Warcry, and that is actually going to tip the balance. My opponent is going to swing his general around. Now in the real battle I had Cav that attacked his general, and his general did die. And this Cav blob here also routed in the real battle. They didn't stand much of a chance. They almost unanimously routed. And here you can see that his forces are going to start routing across the line now. If you take a look at his units, he had a lot of Yari Shigaru here on the left side, and then he had a lot of katana samurai here. My Naginata samurai did a great job at holding out against those katana samurai. Now they are defensive units, Naginata warrior Naginata samurai that is, so they are capable of holding their ground quite nicely. They do have some nice stats, as you can see here, quite a balanced unit. And you can see that my opponent now is going to concede defeat. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that battle. You saw how I used different sections of my army to sort of pin my opponent back towards his corner of the map, knock him out, and get the win. Take it easy, guys. Remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you, as always, next time.